Ladies and gentlemen, this week's podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Now, you may need help for anything, right? And guess what? BetterHelp is exactly where you need to be, all right? It's exactly what you need in your life. The counselors, they do exactly what they need to do, all right? These are licensed therapists, all right, to make sure that you are okay. That's why we use them over here, because sometimes we not okay. All right. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, I'm not okay. And then I go ahead and use BetterHelp. So this is what you need to do. All right. Tap into BetterHelp. It's much more affordable than in person. And guess what? You can get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. All right. It's online therapy that offers videos, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable. All right. So make sure that you tap in with betterhelp.com/traphouse. That's betterhelp.com/traphouse. Listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/traphouse. We out.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Tripping better than slipping.
Welcome to the trap.
But sometimes we tripping.
Welcome to the trap,
Welcome to the trap.
where we joke and rap,
Where we joking rap.
gut busting laughs, hand slapping laps.
Girl, slap it loud.
Get you through your day,
Get you through your day.
and it's free of cost.
I'm so cheap.
Don't you laugh too loud. Don't get fired by your boss.
I'm unemployed.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap
Yo,
House.
yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I'm your host, Rome Green Jr. In the building with me, I got Cam.
I am Cam.
I got Emmanuel.
Yeah.
We got Mexican Mike Mendez mixing on a Monday.
Yo, yo, yo.
What up, dog? And we got a special guest in the building, man. You know, we like to keep a United Nations style around here, man. We got all cultures around here.
Except white, baby.
This guy right here, we've actually known almost 10 years. I thought about this earlier, which is actually wild.
It might be longer than that, dog.
We've known of you for longer than that, but I think we met you 2013, so that's wild. Yeah. So almost our 10-year anniversary. This guy here is a content creator, good guy. He's a father. A husband, you know what I'm saying? He lives in a black community, which is
and it's rare to be a father, a husband, and a black community. Come on now.
All of the above.
I'm not laughing at that one.
This guy, of course, he has a YouTube channel. You've seen him on Wild 'N Out. You've seen him on Deliciousness. You've seen him on Anything with David So. He is our
Anything good with David. So.
Anything good with
Ricky.
David So and Ricky. Him and David, man, they battling for top Asian spot in the Dormtainment house, man. You know, we like to put people against each other. You know what I'm saying? But y'all give it up for Tim De La Ghetto.
I retired that though.
Yeah, he did retire. His last name now.
Okay.
I'm using the government name.
You did the
now.
government name now. What's the government?
Chantarangsu.
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 Tim Chantarangsu. Yeah.
Tim Chantarangsu.
Oh, okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. I like that.
Yeah, about a year and a half ago.
What made you start doing
I ain't
that?
even gonna front. Listen, earlier before you came, I
Yeah.
said, Rome,
Yeah.
did you know how to say Tim's
And I said,
last
no.
name?
I said, absolutely not.
He said no. I said, go practice it. He did it.
I don't have time for that. I didn't know what's going on.
So I like that you set it up so that I can tell you, I can teach you.
Yeah,
And
for
also
sure.
now I can give you the background on
Let's
why
do
I
it.
changed it.
Boom.
Okay.
All right, so about a year and a half ago, and mind you, I had already been kind of like wanting to use my real name.
Gotcha.
Just because like in my head, right, the way I see my career panning out, right, I'm like at award shows and shit, right, and I didn't see like Glenn Close being like, and the award goes to Timothy De La Ghetto, this YouTube name I made up, right?
Gotcha.
So the plan was to already start doing like a Curtis 50 Cent Jackson type, in
Right,
quotes,
okay.
Tim De La Ghetto Chantarangsu type shit, right?
Yeah.
That would have been a lot.
But it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Pandemic was thick,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
We're all home, couldn't go nowhere, and I started thinking about life, right? And I was like, if I got the Rona and died today, I wouldn't want to be remembered by this YouTube name I made.
That's fair. That's
I was
fair.
like, I don't want people to remember me like, oh yeah, Timothy De La Ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Because I made that name up just like freestyling on some bullshit. I was a huge Fresh Prince fan. I mean, if you guys don't know,
Cannons to the left of them.
yes, De La
Right
Ghetto
of 'em.
comes from a classic episode of The Fresh Prince where Will joins a poetry club to meet girls and he makes up a poet named Rafael De La Ghetto, right? So I was chilling at the house and I was like, do I want this to be my legacy, you know? And I just started thinking about my career and I was like, man, you know what? Like my whole MO kind of became like,
If you a young man, please listen to this.
think about that shit.
He thinking about legacy
I'm always
over the bullshit.
Yes. And
Listen, Will Smith. Go ahead.
we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
So like a lot of this shit, I'm always thinking about the future and my legacy and how I want to be remembered, right? So I'm like, man, and a lot of what I do is about repping for like Asian dudes and Asian people and my culture. And I'm like, look, if I've really been trying to like this whole time be like, yo, Asian people be proud of who you are, where you come from, I'm like, I should fully embrace my long ass Thai last name. Because initially I thought if I'm gonna be an entertainer, I need a catchy stage name. Like people aren't gonna be able to say Chantarangsu. So I was like, I need to do like Nicolas Cage or Fox, Tim Fox. Tim Cage. And then De La Ghetto was just the YouTube shit that stuck, you know?
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't say Tim Duck. That would have been too easy of a joke.
It was just kind of like I felt like I needed to do that, right? But then as time progressed and I began to establish myself, I'm like, look, man, if people can say Schwarzenegger, and Scherzinger, like, and if I get to a point that I see myself at, then they're gonna have to know how to say my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right. What better time during the pandemic when the world is like resetting, you know, when we're all kind of hibernating, to be like, all right, man, I know y'all know me as this, but nothing is changing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start using my real last name, and then that was
Makes
that.
sense.
You know,
And it's funny how people will take that and be like, "Oh my God, what? You're not Tim De La Ghetto anymore?"
right, it was people that my childhood. I'm still doing the same shit.
The videos are still there.
And to the point of shit changing too, there were people, you know, like the youngins on Twitter. There was a handful of people who were like, why did that man call himself De La Ghetto? Like, and it was on the like, oh, I'm
like
trying
it's a
to
race thing.
La race. I'm trying to
here we go.
appropriate. You know
Here
what I'm
we
saying?
go.
Like, and all that. And it was like, you know, the thing about it was, if you knew it, it was from the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I did, like, I lived in an area of Long Beach till I was like 10 that people would consider the ghetto, but my name was never about that. Right. And I was never trying to like play into that. Right. So I was like, you know what, just so I can avoid the conversation too, I was like, and just wash myself of like anybody who had that to say. I'm like,
Do you see what y'all did to this man?
That's why context is
Do
very
you see
important.
what y'all did
Context
to
is
this man? Made him change from a healthy ghetto last name.
Because it's funny, the first time I ever seen your video, I knew exactly where that name was from.
Right.
Because you just don't see that name. And I was a
yeah.
huge Fresh Prince fan, so I was like, that's funny.
Anybody that knows that
De
gets
La
the
Ghetto.
context.
They're not gonna get offended. Yeah.
But I realized too, it's like the older I get, the younger these kids get.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I
for
can't,
sure.
I can't necessarily expect them to know where
Yeah.
that is from.
Right.
And so, you know, it was some people that felt a way about it, but I was already about to change it. So I was like, all right, let me just do it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I knew kids were getting young. We had to talk to a class one time in Watts. This was, how long ago?
Like 4 years ago, maybe.
I made a reference to Making the Band, and they looked at me like,
Oh, yeah.
I like, y'all don't know Making the Band? They're like,
They're like, I
"What's
don't know
that?"
what you talking about.
I was like, damn,
I don't know.
we officially old. I'm like, that was my shit.
you
But
talked about like grabbing some cheesecake, and they was like, what are you talking
They're
about?
like,
I can't remember. I just remember saying Making the Band, and they looked at me like,
They looked at us like, what?
Y'all
like
old.
Rome looks at you when you said say your name.
I was like, what? Real quick, for those who are wondering while you're watching this, damn, where they get them shades from? Well, you know where we got them from. Shady Side Up. They are officially out. The ocean views are out, and we have a brown pair called the Canyons. They are also out. You got one more day to get them for 25% off by using the code Scenic25. So go get that, and we'll be good to go. So Shady Side Up, shout out.
I got 5 pairs at home.
Hey.
He don't. But I will say, so I was going on a throwback journey yesterday of songs, right?
Yeah.
And I came across a song called Tell Me. Now, in this song, Tell Me, I want to know if you remember this.
You talking about Tell Me What You...
No, not that. That's good.
That's a
Oh, you
great-
talking about
Fantastic
Tell
song.
Me Something Good?
No, that's also a good one.
You talking about
That's all-
He's good.
Tell me it's real.
No.
Go back like 3 decades.
Here we go. This
a
is
lot
from
of songs with Tell
2002.
Me.
Oh,
all
okay.
right. The song is called Tell Me. You're singing lyrics that have Tell Me in them.
Oh, okay.
The song is called Tell Me, and it's by a group called Smiles and South Star.
Oh,
You know what?
Everybody
know that video.
This is going on. And I thought about it, and I was like, I wonder if Tim remembers this because I'm racist and there's an Asian guy in the group, South Star.
Well, check this out.
I do remember
Check
that
this
video.
out. I'm about to blow your mind
Uh-oh.
right now.
Okay.
Because first of all, South Star was one of the first ever dudes I saw on BET where I was like, is that dude Asian? Right? But I wasn't sure because his face is still low key kind of, and he could be like some type of
Yeah.
Latino or
Is
what,
this
right?
the pre-freestyle?
'Cause it's
what's his
2002.
name?
This
who
is
was
pre-gen.
freestyle?
This is
Pre-gen.
pre-gen.
Pre-gen?
Okay, it's
all right.
pre-gen.
Pre-gen, yeah.
Pre-gen. The PJ era.
Okay.
And then, but they did an episode of Cribs.
Yeah.
And they went to his house, and he was like, "Hold on, make sure you take your shoes off." Asian house. I was like, "Oh shit!"
He was like, we in here.
But check this out, bro. If you want to bring this up, look up Traffic, South Star, Lil Crazed. I got a song with this motherfucker.
Oh shit!
I know that's the reason why I had to bring this up.
That's
Perfect.
funny.
Look,
Perfect.
man. This is now black people learn from the Asian
Look,
community.
come
they
together.
work together. Will.
Yeah. So years ago, there was a Thai group called Titanium. They're really big in the.
Thai group
also, let me
called
say
Titanium.
this. I'm mad. I did this video. I was like, this was when hoverboards were really popping. I was like, I'm gonna do a video on hoverboards. It's gonna be sick, right? Now I look back, I'm like, God, it's kind of cringy a little bit. But so Titanium. They're really popping in Thailand. They're like the only really popping hip hop group in Thailand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they did this song called "Wake Up," and they hit up all like a bunch of Asian rappers to get on a remix. The shit was like 10 minutes long, but I condensed a few of our verses to me and these two dudes, and I did just a music video for it. You can listen to it later.
Yeah.
My verse goes crazy. My verse is crazy.
Check out the episode of Room Noise with Tim on there.
Oh yeah, Tim on there for sure. So let's get into the shit, man. We all know what we want to talk about here today.
It's a must.
So let's talk about some shit. If you don't know, or if you hadn't seen, which by now I'm sure you have,
How could you not?
Will Smith slapped Chris Rock after a joke made about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Slap heard around the world.
Slap heard around the world. I guess we can just get into it, man.
Were any of you watching it live when it happened?
No.
And that's the thing is, I usually always watch the Oscars, right? And there's this one time, we were putting the baby down, like giving her a bath
Yeah.
and like, whatever, getting her ready for nap time or sleep time. And I was just on Twitter randomly, I opened the Twitter up and I was like, what?
Because you think when you read it, it's a joke. Like you're like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I
they
thought
were
it was a
joking.
bit.
Because
Yeah.
I thought someone was making some shit up, and then I
Yeah.
seen that the person whose tweet I saw was live tweeting the Oscars.
Yeah.
And all I saw was like, exactly what happened. Oh, Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock for talking about Jada Pinkett, and I was like, what? And then I started looking at videos. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was like, babe, put the baby to sleep right now. We gotta check this out.
So you put the baby down. Hey,
When he
look.
showed me, I thought it was a joke.
Right.
Because I'm like, all right, and he's showing me the video. I'm like, okay, Will gonna grab the mic and say something funny because that's Will.
Yeah.
He slapped him. I'm like, this is still a joke,
Like a
probably.
bit, yeah.
But when he started screaming, I said, wait, hold on now.
Yeah, like,
This is real.
Hold on now.
This is
Did
real.
you see the screaming off top, or did it
Yeah,
go
I
dark?
seen the
in that
screaming.
video,
for you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole clip I had to scream it. And at first I was just shocked, but after I went back and watched it a couple of times, I don't fuck with it.
Okay.
You don't fuck with which part?
Will.
Yeah.
Break it down.
For me, one, you taking your anger out on the wrong person. So I don't like that. I don't like that Chris Rock is doing his job
Right.
as a comedian who you have seen him for the past 25, 30 years
Yeah.
do his job as a comedian. You've seen him in political, social, whatever it is, right? He does a joke. Then he does a joke about your wife, not about your wife's condition, but about just your wife's shaved head. And it makes sense because your wife is an actress, so G.I. Jane kind of makes sense, and she probably would do fire in that role. Now I think about it, and then you laugh at the joke. Wait till your wife doesn't like the joke, then you walk on stage to a black man at the Oscars and slap him like a slave in front of these white people. I don't fuck with that. Me and Will would have been suit to suit on that stage for sure.
I'm the opposite. I don't like that it happened. I don't want him to slap Chris Rock, but I'm not necessarily mad that he slapped Chris Rock. Definitely because you, like as they say, they are people too. You don't know what I don't think it was just that isolated incident. But this is more than just that.
For sure.
For that slap. Like you remember the last Oscars when she was boycotting, he was going in on her. And they've been having a beef for a little bit, it seemed like. And he just took that he did take that frustration out on him, but it wasn't that isolated incident.
No, I know it wasn't isolated, but I still think it's kind of like.
And then you got to also remember, like, he may have laughed as, like, you know, one of those laughs, like, you angry, but you trying to, you at the Oscars. Cameras. Yeah, for the cameras. But when you see her upset, and you already kind of upset, that's just set you off. And you not at home with her when she probably crying about alopecia and all this, so you feel all her emotions. So when he make this little joke, it kind of sets you off.
Slap August.
But look, I hate when people saying that because look, where's August at where Will Smith is at? They not in the same room. You think if August was in the same room, he wouldn't have done that?
I don't know.
You want me to go?
To be honest, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying when people just say like slap August.
I said take your anger out, not on the person doing his job. I think that's whack. I think everything he did was whack. I think that whole situation was whack.
It was definitely all whack. Like I was shocked and like disappointed. You feel me?
Yeah, like that shit was weird.
But I also feel like, look, I didn't know that Jada Pinkett had alopecia.
I know, but I didn't know that.
Like I didn't know until it happened. So like, so I feel like it's a good chance Chris Rock didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think he knew.
So here's the thing, right? Also, it's upsetting that an icon like Will Smith, right? Like, I mean, of course, there had to be all types of just something going on inside of him, right? For that to set him off, and then to slap another icon like Chris Rock. Like I was thinking about literally on the car right here, like what should he had done, right? And like how gangster would it have been, right, if we were watching and you see Will Smith walk up and he just grabs Chris Rock by the shoulders and gets in his ear and was like, you better apologize right now, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. And then you see Chris Rock's eyes get big and he's like, I apologize to Jada. That would have been the most G shit, right?
I ain't mad at that.
But even if you didn't hear it on camera, even if he just pulled them to the side on stage and you just heard them whispering.
Don't open hand slap me on stage. We moving chairs in there. Forget the check. I'm not. Nah, man.
I feel that. Yeah, I definitely would have fought back.
That whole goddamn stadium is getting fucked up.
But bare minimum,
like it's just gonna be rampage.
I think bare minimum, I would have went in with jokes if I didn't fight back. Now I'm just gonna go there. Now you're gonna have to come back on stage. Then we gonna fight. Because now I'm like, if I don't fight you, I gotta fight with my words.
And my thing is, it's just like when I remember you told me to go watch his speech afterwards and I felt nothing from it because I was like I felt nothing. I was like it kind of null and void. Yeah, you worked hard. I feel you. You do your thing, bro. I think you're a phenomenal actor. But what you just did, and then to turn around and I get it. And then when it's like, all right, man. All right, I hear you. But they really didn't move me like that, and so that's just how I felt about the whole thing in general. But I'll take other people's takes. How you feel, Mike?
I'm on your side. I think that shit was whack from Will.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Chris Rock was a G for holding it together.
For sure,
like that.
that
was crazy.
For sure.
There was a little moment where he had like a pause.
Yeah.
Chris Rock had a pause, and you could tell he wanted to say something.
Yes. And he's like,
he said.
Listen, I get, I get people coming at me a lot saying how I be coming at women, holding them accountable for life. And last week I said, get out your fucking feelings.
Yeah.
And I say the same thing for dudes
too. Get up. Yeah.
People want, but it's how you feel. How you feel. We had this like thing going on now.
Yeah.
Online, just everywhere. Part of our culture where it's just like, how does that person feel? You gotta, control your fucking feelings.
Yeah.
That's a part of life. Because if you don't, especially when men don't, fucking stupid shit like that happens.
You blow up, yeah.
You blow up, something crazy happens, And now you got two legends. This man smacked another one of our legends. And that's doing his job.
Open hand.
Open hand in front of the fucking... If this was backstage, if they would have scrapped backstage,
cool.
or if it was off, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Let them handle it like men. That was not handling like a man.
That's
That was
right.
not. That was the most pussy ass shit I've ever seen in my life.
I ain't
Like,
say
he
that
got-
well. You can still put me in the movie, dog.
I love Will Smith,
Yeah,
man. But
yeah.
this is why it's disappointing.
Right.
Yeah, that's
When I see
yeah.
somebody that I look up to, admire, that many people do, and when we got all, this is what you expect from Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Right.
This is what you expect from the other places.
Yeah.
But when you have the people that in our culture is supposed to be look like as the prestige, the people that have a certain amount of elegance, have a certain amount. You have that video I sent you? Play this video. I want you gonna be like, this doesn't relate at all. But watch this. I just want you to see. You've probably seen this before. It was trending at one
But
point.
this isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen. So it's partly human nature, but they are not in denial.
On est au 21e siècle, on est dans une ville européenne et on a des tirs de
So
missiles
this
de
is,
croisière
you can
comme
stop
ça.
that there, but this is a compilation of the Ukraine coverage and stuff going on in war, and they found a bunch of reporters and people saying racist shit, basically.
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
they were like, how could they be doing this? They're Europeans.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, yeah,
Europeans.
yeah.
These are just normal blue-eyed, blonde-haired people.
Yeah.
They're not like those. If you don't think we have a certain image in this world that we have to keep up, everybody,
Yeah,
right? Every
yeah.
culture. And that, hence me saying, look at how the Asian people doing. Look how Thai people do it. Look, there's a certain way of level that things shouldn't, the best of us, the ones that are at least supposed to be seen as the best of us, shouldn't be getting out of line like this. It makes us look less than. And when you got people like that in media saying, these are civilized, what do you think the first thing, look at them. As soon as they have that Oscar so white and they let black people in,
And this
the
was like
best of them comes and smacks another one in the fucking face.
And this was one of the Oscars where it was, I think, the most black people there, involved because like Will Packer has something. It was something.
It's just weird.
Yeah, he produced.
It's weird, man. And and I don't know. Like, listen, people want to go and say this shit fake too. There's 5% of my conspiracy ass brain says, they could have paid Will Smith $20 million.
You know
what I'm saying? That I don't know, but it's just insanity to me.
Yeah,
it's
it was
insanity
wild.
that one of our greats. And if that's gonna happen, honestly, the Smiths need to go back to being how they used to. You remember how celebrities were, kind of.
Oh,
They
like
talk
just
in certain
unattainable.
interviews.
Yeah.
Unattainable. They need to go back because this is crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Everything.
Crazy.
Red table talk. Will Smith smacking people. Everything.
That shit sounds funny.
Jada Smith hair color. Everything is wild right now. Y'all need to calm the fuck down, or we just need to look at somebody else as who are admirers, who we admire.
And I don't
things
know
like that,
about
'cause this is fucking
it's the
crazy.
narrative of like, oh, he's protecting his wife. I'm like, man.
Bro, he was laughing at it. He was laughing. Did you see that part?
I saw
I
when he
don't
was
think it was a
chuckling
real
at
laugh,
it, but
though.
you know,
I
I
don't think
agree
it
with
was a
you.
real
It
laugh.
I
might
agree
not,
with you.
even if it did, he held composure
He held composure, yeah.
until
Look,
somebody.
As a person like me, I'm a
Till
very
feelings, I'll
calm
say that.
dude. But like, you mess with any woman in my life or like my family, I'm gonna snap. So
right.
I kind of feel him like I don't like that he
That's
did
not
it.
snapping, though.
but,
That's
but
not.
sometimes
He's not snapping right there as the joke was finished being said. He is not snapping. If she would have laughed right there, do you think he still would have went up?
Well, no, of course not.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think so. But
I don't think so.
That's why, as a team, if you're gonna work, you have a wife.
I do.
Don't you feel like you have to be on some same accord, especially going to events, or being seen.
Well, my wife don't give a shit about stuff. So
Okay,
it's like,
okay,
it
that's
would have been
cool
an issue.
too.
But I think exactly like you said. He laughed it off because
Yeah.
he's like, I'm on camera, and I think when he saw the moment that, oh, she's not keeping this energy where I'm fake laughing and she looks pissed, I think he realized I'm gonna be on TV laughing when she's pissed.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm tired of people making fun of me for that shit.
See that shit?
And he's like, I need to do something about this.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, and
For somebody of Will Smith saying, I'm tired of people making fun of me about this. That's his thought. I'm not
But you
saying,
can't minimize someone's feelings just because he's Will Smith. He's
it's
not
not about
human.
minimizing your feelings. It's about controlling them.
That's what I'm
It's-
saying.
But think about this man. What if this man
controlled
controlled himself for 30 years in Hollywood?
But
Like
it's the-
one incident?
But
Like,
no,
I'm sorry, Chris Rock's face shouldn't be the end of that.
Yeah, that's not just one
Shouldn't
incident. One incident. I can't sit here and be like that. Chris Rock getting slapped is man, just one incident. Nah, fuck that, man. Like that's wild. He's a comedian, and you're in the front row of the Oscars. Who we got paid as a comedian,
And we all
I've
do
seen people
comedy
get
here.
slapped for way less.
We all do comedy here.
Like-
We make people laugh. We
I've
gonna
seen
say
people
wild
get
shit. People say wilder
Yeah.
shit than others, but we have a kind of an agreement that hey, these are jokes. And if they go too far, the way you show is by not laughing.
But look,
Or
we
even
can't
if
be
we're-
naive. We
it-
can't be naive in this world and just feel like people accept jokes. Like
That's
it's just a
fine. I'm not
difference how
even
everyone
saying that,
reacts.
bro. I'm not even just saying that. I'm saying there's a way you gotta compose
there's
yourself.
a way to handle it. Like
Because if Will Smith would have just forget the slap part and just said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth,"
okay,
twice as he
Cool.
did, that would have. People would have been quiet just
Yeah.
as they were.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have got off the respect factor, all that shit that he needed. To put your hand on another
That's assault.
legend's face. That's my problem. This is essentially Jesus smacking Gandhi. This is Malcolm X smacking Martin Luther.
Legend or not,
You know what I'm
sometimes
saying?
just nigga gotta get smacked.
But
I'm not saying I like that it
not
happened.
like that, bro. I don't
but-
care. My
And I
point
can
is
see-
not just the smack. The smack, like it's not just the hitting. You can go fight wherever.
Yeah.
On this platform, right now, after the things that they were fighting for to get on the fucking
and
stage.
to open hand slap another grown ass man.
I'm
Like
just saying, that's insanity.
Nah.
Like I'm a definitely slap Rome during the break.
That's fine.
for not
That-
knowing my name.
That's fine. I would applaud you for that. I've been wanting to smack him for a while too now.
But then I gotta come on here and be upset that two legends did that on here. And if Rome is mad at me, I'm gonna be like, you're a hypocrite. Hey, y'all should have been fighting.
Somebody said they said a funny joke. They said that Will was laughing, and then he over seen Jada not laughing, and then they said when the camera cut from her, she leaned over and said, "That's why you're not Tupac."
Oh man, I seen a meme that said it was Jada. It
I
was
was like,
Jada's
come
face
on, dog.
looking pissed off, and she said Tupac would have shot him.
See, the thing is, Tupac fought at Source Awards, Will fought at Oscars. He won up
Levels
to
to
He won
it.
up to
He won up.
If that's what she wanted. She got what she wanted.
And my last thing
How
is
much
like,
you want to bet she still ain't happy?
Man,
No, in the
Put
pictures,
20. Put 20.
I
on
looked
that.
at all
She
the
still ain't
pictures
happy.
after the incident. They looked pretty happy. They were talking about it.
Yeah, I saw them, but that's they're weird, man.
Yeah, but this is my last
I love Will.
thing on it. That's what I'm saying. I love Will. I just don't like it. Just
This situation is just a
a
stain, dog, and it's never gonna go away. This is the biggest moment
no, it's
in
not going
Oscar
away.
history
This ain't
ever.
his first slap on camera. He slapped the other reporter.
But that makes sense. That would make
was
sense.
assault.
Yeah,
the
that-
dude was assaulting
Yeah, that
him.
makes sense.
He's fucking trying to kiss him and hold him and shit. Like
that makes sense.
And that's
So if Chris Rock tried to do the same thing on stage, it would have been okay for him to slap?
if Chris
if he-
Rock assaulted
Yeah.
Will Smith,
He was
yeah.
trying to just do the same little joking kiss that Buddy was doing on stage.
Yes.
I mean,
Is it okay
yeah,
to
if
slap
If a
him?
man
If a
trying to
man
grab
try
you
to-
like this and
for
you're
sure.
pushing him and he's not trying to kiss you, you can smack.
But to walk on stage during a set, like it gives other people in the crowd, like at other shows from here on out, they think like, oh, I could probably just walk on stage, and if I'm angry,
But it's been happening.
No, but I'm saying, but when it happens outside of that,
But
it's not
about
good.
the way people respond. 'Cause like it happened to DC Young Fly, but he responded
How he should have. How he
So-
should have. That's how.
Yeah, that was a dude coming
just saying.
basically assaulting him. Or his
and that's
set.
what Will
Yeah.
basically did.
Chris Rock definitely didn't deserve to get slapped.
Nah, not slapped.
And I also, I didn't like, even if you want to justify the slap,
Yeah.
I didn't like that Will rolled up on him, and it was like almost like a sneak.
Yeah,
you know
it was-
what I'm
yeah, it
saying?
was
Like,
sneaky.
If he would have been like, "Hey man, I'm about to slap the shit out of you," or squared up on him,
like he didn't even. He calmly walked up, and so Chris probably
Yeah.
think he coming to like
to say
hey,
or
hey,
joke,
what's up?
yeah.
And he
That's
called
why
him
he
like-
was smiling, leaning in.
That light skin rage came out.
Yeah,
man.
that shit was whack to me.
I don't know. Between him and who else slapped somebody recently? It was another light skinned man. It was the coach of a basketball team.
Juwan Howard?
Juwan Howard. Juwan, light-skinned hands are in full attack mode right now. Y'all need to watch it.
They're sick of the jokes, man.
They sick of the jokes.
No more light skin jokes. That's it.
My hands are stronger than Tupac's.
The stupidest, funniest tweet I seen about the whole shit. Somebody was like, how's it funny? Like Chris Rock could have died. What if Will Smith?
Wait, that was
Judd Apatow.
They was like,
fucking
no. They was like, what if Will Smith had a handful of bees and Chris Rock was allergic to bees and one of the bees stung him and no one had an EpiPen? Then is it still funny?
That's funny.
That's wild.
And people saying, I'll tell you that they should have said, as soon as he slapped, they should have said, "Oh, you gonna come at me in March, or will you be that mad in August?" No, I was like, come on, dog.
That's the one I sent you.
That's just the one I don't like. Like he
come
should have
on,
smacked
dog.
August. Like August in the same rooms Will Smith is in. Like,
but then he lived in their house.
But and it's low key. I feel like it's also different because it's like, okay, joke about our sexual shit. Haha, I can laugh that off. But my girl got a sickness. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? It's different shit that might set you off.
If it was a terminal ill, which I think he would have never. No, I'm saying, but like Chris Rock, I know he not around, and he didn't make a joke about the outlook. Like that's different. If he said, "Hey, your wife." That's a whole different thing.
I just think Chris Rock caught him on the wrong day.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Caught him on the wrong day.
And I would have caught Will right on the wrong day. Suited.
We throwing tables. That mic stand would have been picked up and slunk. Like
you can't just slap me and walk away.
No, that ain't happening. But I'm glad
he did keep his composure.
Chris Rock kept his composure and
I heard they made amends already too. Based on Diddy said they already cool, they brothers.
And Diddy gonna come out here talking. Diddy, you smacked 105 people, man.
Diddy know? He know. He said, "Listen, I
so
smacked
he's
a
the
few
right
people
one
in
to
my
talk about it."
He said, "Listen, I smacked a few people in my life."
He's like, "Listen, we can make up for
you
this."
can't hold the grudge forever, but me and Will gotta have a long talk.
No,
I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. If I understand, if they had a long talk and
my biggest issue is the optics.
Yeah,
that's my biggest issue.
Yeah,
it's not the actual fight or anything. It's just the optics of it, of the stage. I don't even give a fuck about I don't know. I'm just saying the optics of it looks bad, and if you don't think that other little motherfuckers ain't gonna start copying this shit, Will Smith could do that shit at awards, and look at the numbers go up. Look at the numbers.
What I don't like about it, if Tom Brady did it, they would say he's passionate.
That's a passionate man up there.
A passionate man. He's defending his wife.
All the girls that are gonna be like, "Wow, you're not gonna have the same energy as Will Smith can have this energy, and you can't slap him up."
So now you put the pressure on us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why Rome's upset. He don't want to defend anyone.
I'm like, "Man, come on, man. I'm be sitting at a random award show. Oh, so you ain't gonna go there? Why I gotta go up there?
Yeah, bro.
Rome, your girl's a bitch.
And she'll be watching Red Table Talk too.
He would be like,
I'm gonna be right next room. I'm like, you better not go up there. You better not go up there. All that shit you was talking, you better not go up there.
I'm keeping my composure, dog.
Hey, I'm heavy-handed, bro. I'm saying shit about Chia's head, bro.
What we got next? Pusha T.
Yeah, so another beef. Pusha T dropped a diss song to McDonald's.
So real beef.
Real beef.
Wait, his former beefs always happen between former friends.
He gonna talk about it. Listen to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it? You got it?
The
the diss track. Yeah, play it.
He went to Arby's?
He was Arby's.
He's with Arby's.
And he's with Arby's? He still threw a Coke line in there. Reference.
I'm the reason the whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet-o fishes. Then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish, asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's crispy fish is simply it. With lines round the corner, we might need a guest list. Eggs at stage left, the sandwiches taste fresh. A little cube of fish from a clown is basic. Say less, this argument is baseless. Drowned in tartar, that filet-o fish is tasteless. See, Arby's only deals in the greatness. I bet the house on it like it's Vegas. Look, I could sell water to a well. How could you ever think I'd fail? Yeah, the crispy fish sandwich blazing trails. The mother clown's just too frail. Yeah, if you know me and you know me well, our fish is gonna tip that scale.
That's hard.
Wow.
Can't make a rap without a scale in it. You gotta
You gotta have a scale in it. Yeah, gotta have a
Can
scale.
I tell you why I was most upset at this? I clicked it and I was like, God, Pusha T. I love the Filet-O-Fish.
It's delicious,
I
man.
ride hard.
I did not like
I mean, it's trash, man.
I've
No.
defended the Filet-O-Fish so many times on Twitter. I've brought the Filet-O-Fish to potlucks before.
Hilarious.
And I was
And
like,
now you can't eat it no more.
no, I'ma still eat the fucking Filet-O-Fish. But
You got to make a track back.
But I'm also try the Arbys shit too.
No, that's fun. That shit
Damn.
went in. That
Arby's
shit,
get the same slack Will getting right now. They fries be hitting better than most fast food
That-
places.
Fries
that's
are fire,
funny.
man.
Wait, so do y'all eat at Arby's?
I have, but
I have
no,
as
but
well.
I don't.
Their fries are
frequent
fire,
it.
man.
The curly fries, yes, I've heard. I've had.
And sauces.
Yeah, the curly fries, the sauces are good.
The horsey sauce.
But I
yeah.
think overall the restaurant.
I'm just not a big fan of roast beef like that. Like I'm not
Yeah.
a roast beef type of guy, but they have like chicken sandwich. That's cool.
Yeah, so me and Rick, it was a Arby's in Lakewood that we would always pass by, and every day we'd be like, we gonna try that shit one day, and we never did. We never did. But the few times I've been to Arby's, I enjoyed my meal.
It's not bad. I think it gets a bad rap, you know, with the pussy connotation.
Oh, with the roast beef,
all that stuff, and
Roast
a lot
beef
of people just
situation.
like,
Yeah, but I mean, listen, this is a nice diss. Now, Ronald McDonald got to come out. He got to lay his track down.
Or Drake.
Drake
Dog.
Drake got to pay the McDonald's.
Has Drake ever been up with McDonald's before? Is he
No,
ever
I
had to do-
don't think so.
He was Sprite. I know. Yeah, that's it.
And McDonald's got some strong Sprite, so he got to come in with the McDonald's Sprite there.
Do you know why people are saying, you know, why Pusha T jumped ship though?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So initially, because you know Pusha T, what I read is he wrote the ba-da-ba-ba-ba, right?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently his deal was whack. He didn't get any royalties.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I think I did hear about that. He got paid.
Oh, yeah, you
like,
gotta diss them then.
Yeah,
He just got paid.
He got paid $1
maybe-
million.
He got paid $1 million.
Yeah,
Okay,
him
okay.
and his brother. They both.
Oh, okay, both of
You
them.
got paid
Okay,
$1
but
million,
yeah, so
okay.
I guess some people like, okay, so he's mad at them, so he's
That's
you know,
hilarious.
Like, I'm just imagining this man in the studio with a picture of McDonald's as he like writing like, nah, we about to do this.
Just the Arby's fish sandwich, one hand filet. Disgusting.
He gonna be beefing with Mary J. Blige.
dog.
Ain't she the McDonald's queen?
So that's your guilty pleasure at McDonald's, the filet of fish. That was
I'm not even guilty about it.
he said, I'm just that's what I like.
my
No, I ride hard for the filet
Okay,
fish,
yeah,
bro.
I ain't
You know,
mad.
You know he has another tie to another Arby's song,
Who?
Pusha T.
No.
There's a song that's like the EDM song that says "We Have the Meats" at the end.
Yeah.
that he's on that song, like the real song.
He's on, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah.
Fast food raps.
Yeah.
That's
This
crazy.
guy's killing it.
You know what song I'm talking about? The bump bump.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
He's
about.
on that actual track, so he gets royalties from Arby's from that too.
Wow.
Damn, Arby's paying this man.
See, it's like
right. He's
McDonald's
doing
though.
it right.
Arby's gives him more freedom because McDonald's made him change. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? He's not a
Gotcha.
ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah,
He's not that
yeah.
type of guy.
Yeah.
But he is a ugh.
So
He's
talk
more
about,
on
he gonna
the
talk about
beef.
a scale.
Yeah.
He gonna definitely talk about a scale.
Wow.
So speaking of fast food, Popeyes, you know, is in London now, and people are lining up to eat it, and people are saying it's too spicy. By people, I mean white people. This one guy, Sam Bowman, said, "I love spicy foods like red curry or ketchup, but Popeye's
Ketchup?
spicy chicken burger is way too much. Every time I've had it, it's blown my mouth off and left me in discomfort for hours. I'm amazed that such a mass market product has heat turned up to 11."
What's his name?
Sam Bowman.
Sam. That's called seasoning.
So
I don't know if you've experienced that before in your life. Welcome.
So the food in England is different. Y'all been to England before?
Let me tell you, we had a layover in London. And listen, I love my British people.
That food
Ain't it.
All right.
It's just ghoulish food.
I got a story.
Yeah.
So I was in London, right?
Okay.
And I've told the story plenty of times on my shit,
Yeah.
but this is your shit. So I was in London, and these dudes had they brought me out for like it was either a club show or a meet and greet, I forget what, right? So they took me to some shit called a carvery, where it was basically like a a fancier buffet. Like they had, like you could go to the meat station, go to your side station. They cut you off a piece of meat, and so you get your mashed potatoes, your whatever, your vegetables. You get your like cuts of ham or turkey or whatever, right? I come back with my plate, got a little gravy drizzled, little gravy here and there, right? I come back and they all looking at me like, "Where's your gravy? You barely have any gravy, right? Where's your gravy? Isn't it dry?" Their shit is smothered in gravy. The whole shit. You can't even see nothing else but gravy on their plate, right? So they're like, "Isn't it dry? You barely have any gravy." I cut into my shit. I'm like, "Let me tell you guys something, man. If y'all cook this shit right, you wouldn't need all this gravy."
That shit was dry
as hell, bro.
Fuck no.
And if you go to England, like, look, the Chinese food out there is bomb. The Indian food out there is good too.
I heard if you go to the places like the Jamaican area,
right. They got a fast food spot called Dixie's Chickens, fried chicken spot, which was actually fire too.
Yeah.
But man, this is the first time I've heard white people complain about ketchup being too spicy.
Yeah, ketchup's wild.
That blew my mind. When you said
ketchup's wild.
That's when I wrote it down. We got to talk about it. Because I sent it to my homegirl that live in London. She said she got a friend who don't like putting pepper and salt on her food because it's too spicy for her. I said, I'll never eat at her house.
Oh, no.
I think it just has a different meaning for like spicy, maybe.
I feel like you eat at her house,
to be,
all her plates taste like notebooks.
I can see that,
paper.
I'd rather be slapped by Will Smith than you at her house.
That's funny.
It's like they've all had the taste slapped out their mouth by Will Smith.
That's a good one. Yeah, man, you just I don't know if y'all know, man, but it's some stuff in the section of a grocery store called seasonings, man. And if you go down that aisle, bro, like, it'll change your life. It'll really change your life.
I tried to eat some Lorry's. It's too spicy.
I'll never forget.
It's too Larry's.
When I was younger, I never forget. I was at my homie house, white dude. I'm there. He was like, "You want to stay for dinner?" And I'm thinking like, "All right, cool. I'm young. Whatever. I'll stay for dinner." They were making spaghetti. So I'm in the living room. His mom's over here. I already wasn't sure because the house smelled a little doggy. And I ain't really like what that smelled like. But I was like, all right, So his mom is boiling
She's boiling food. She's boiling the food.
She's boiling the noodles.
Did she take it out the package?
And she puts the meat in the pan. And she goes and mix it. Now, whole time I'm watching, not one time does she reach up and do
anything.
Anything. So I'm like, all right, my mom, she would have been reached up a few times by now. But then here's where I said, I'm calling my mom. I'm going home. The girl, she takes the noodles, strains them, puts them in another pan to try to start, mixing up everything. She takes the meat with the watery meat in there, then takes the sauce in there and just.
Yeah.
Ma.
You should have dialed 911.
I
Come get me.
Like, I wouldn't have even minded if there was some type of seasoning in that meat juice.
No, but it was just just a lot of meat juice. And I was just like, it's going to be runny. And I'm nah, man, I'm going to get on about it here. Nah. Now, I'm not saying all white people.
Yeah. No, because some white people, Bobby Flay be seasoning the shit.
Listen, it's some white chefs out there doing their thing. I watched the whole thing on YouTube the other day. I was like, this white nigga cooking this.
But they be training in France and shit.
Food wishes that you like that you showed me.
I'm watching plenty of YouTube food people.
But there are a collective amount who just don't understand that ketchup ain't spicy.
Oh, I got another England food story for you.
Okay.
All right. So I was in England for another club event, right? And it was a dude taking us around. His name was Segar. And he didn't have a British accent. He was some type of Indonesian. I'm not sure. He had an interesting accent, right? So we're in the back of his car. We're like, yo, Segar, what is like a British delicacy? What is some British food that y'all are like known for out here that I need to try while I'm in England, right?
Oh, God.
And he was like, maybe bodados? And me and the homies were like, bodados? Yo, what's that? That sounds crazy.
That sounds fancy.
I want to try that. Never had that before. Like,
Sounds Mexican.
what is it? Yeah, bodados. And I'm like, what is that? Never had that before. I was like, how's it prepared or whatever, right? He's like, oh, there is baked potato, mashed potatoes.
Dog.
I'm like, you talking about potatoes?
But for him to ask, what is a specialty here?
Yes, bro.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Potatoes.
That place is different.
Yeah,
that place is different. They food.
Now I gotta go there. I gotta go there and really experience it.
Did you try the blood pudding? Because everybody always.
Oh, that had with the breakfast?
I guess it's blood and it's pudding.
It's blooding.
I feel like I've had I'm not mad at English breakfast. People get mad at the English breakfast. You know, they throw some beans on there. They got like slices of tomato and shit.
Oh, that's what it is? Okay.
It's a bunch of shit.
Okay.
If you've grown up poor before, you understand.
I mean, and that's the thing about it too. I'm also not mad at some type of blood sausage situation on the plate because Asian people do that too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Blood pudding.
Y'all be eating some weird shit, dog.
So yeah, this is an English breakfast. Yeah, we do, but it's all fire though. So this is an English breakfast that has some mushrooms on there, some tomatoes on there, some beans.
I see an egg on there.
You throw all that shit on some toast. It's great.
Good.
Oh yeah, toast will make everything good.
That don't look too bad.
That is the blood pudding. It's black. I think
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
kind of wait. That's never mind. That's
No,
mushroom.
That's mushrooms. Yeah.
Can you just Google blood pudding real quick?
It usually is like this, like Jello gelatinous looking thing.
What?
Gelatinous.
Oh, okay.
This it's a sausage. It's sausage. They call it blood pudding.
Nah,
Can you Google what it is real quick? Just so I can make sure I'm right. Blood pudding is a blood sausage. Yes. So it's just sausage with some blood in it. Asian people have done that before, so I'm not too mad at that.
Gotcha.
But it definitely it tastes. You know, it don't taste like regular. You know, it tastes a little irony. But
I'm not. Oh, that's how.
Get your white blood cells up with that.
You throw some spicy ketchup on there.
That's how I thought. That's how kind of like pussy tasted to me. First time I had it, had a little iron.
Oh, the
on
first
it.
lick, yeah.
That's because it was bleeding.
I had a little blood pussy.
I think that's just after they pee. That first lick will taste like tastes like pennies.
I seen David Lucas. He posted the other day. Shout out to David Lucas. He made a funny joke. He was like, "Fellas, like let's just admit, like the first 30 seconds of eating pussy ain't really that fun." He said it's a lot of stuff you gotta get off of there, like the lint and the little pee.
You feel like one of them little monkeys. You know how the monkeys be picking out the
salty.
You just got.
Then once you get past that, you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's always that when you get your first lick and you like, I need to get more spit on this.
That's funny.
The funny thing, I'm not saying this is because you're here, but Thai food is my favorite Asian food.
Shit,
now,
that shit slaps.
What I feel y'all
slaps.
do better than anyone, because I love everyone's curry, but Thai curry,
it's a different level.
y'all yellow curry.
Yeah.
You speaking
Jesus
facts?
Christ.
Yeah, that shit's good.
I feel like in the world,
favorite.
that's like, I mean, like top 10, something like that in cuisines.
I mean, and I'm biased, you know, of course. But I definitely, you know, Thai food. I definitely feel like it's nothing else that tastes like Thai food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people do curry. I definitely feel like we do it better than everybody.
Like I love Indian curry. I love Caribbean curry.
Right.
But that Thai curry.
Thai curry slap.
Whoa.
That's stupid.
Slap.
Well, actually, food is not supposed to slap.
Oh, they say it's not supposed to slap. They say it's supposed to smack.
Smack, yes.
Okay. Well, today it's gonna slap. It's, my bad. It wills.
Bang.
What's this singer Hospitalized you got up here?
Oh, so there was a singer that recently was hospitalized because she went to the ER. She had severe stomach pains. And come to find out what it was her holding her farts because she didn't want to fart in front of her partner.
Yes, I heard about
So it
this.
made her sick, and that's all it was. It was like really bad gas.
Shit.
Wow.
And she put it out
No,
there.
it was gas.
She said, ladies, don't do this. Just let it out as natural.
No, yeah,
And,
let that shit out.
You know, we got a song called "Fart in Front of Me."
that's-
Like, hey
right,
man,
let
that
that
lets
shit
me
out,
know
man.
you comfortable in front of me.
I've had extreme gas before, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not
But
fun.
I appreciate the effort.
No, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like you're willing to do that. That's you don't have to.
you
but
appreciate the effort.
Fart.
the FR.
Not to the point I gotta take you to the ER.
Yeah, if it's that prolonged of a situation, then they got to be in a relationship already. I feel like if you're at that level, then let them fly.
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Of course.
Just go to the bathroom.
I know you be letting them out around. I know you be.
Oh, I've been.
Oh yeah.
And let
I
me
be
tell
telling them, like, listen, any woman that ever comes into my life, you gonna hear some
Oh
farts.
yeah. Especially that morning. We talk about that morning pee fart combination.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You got to get that out.
Yeah, I think she was letting them go kind of early too in the relationship. I feel.
That's when he's like, I'm gonna marry her. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. This is such a funny story because when the first time me and Chia actually spent like a night together, and I was like, all right, because people will always ask me like, when did you know Chia was the one, right? And so the first night we spent together, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna take a shit and shower real quick. She was like, okay, and then that right there, I was like, she's different.
Yeah.
The fact that
She different.
She didn't laugh,
Didn't
flinch, didn't say, "Oh my god, too much information."
Yeah.
I fucking hate too much
Oh,
information. I was like, "Wow, she's different." I texted Rick. I was like, "Yo, I love her."
She just lets me shit freely, dog. Like, that's hilarious.
I know my personality. I know I'm gonna be talking about shits and
yeah.
fart
Yeah,
a lot.
of
And
course.
when I knew she could be on that level with me, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, different.
All men do. Matter of fact, hit it, Mike. Come on now.
I don't got the soundboard on this one.
Damn it, Mike.
Damn it, God
we have
damn
the
it, Mendez.
poop talk
We
sound
got poop
effect.
news.
Poop news.
Mendez, you're on thin ice.
I know couples who are married and the dude would prefer her like not fart in front of him,
Nah,
and
man.
she won't.
That's
and so
retarded.
she-
Yeah.
That's
she won't do it, and
Yeah,
so
nah.
because she's never seen his ass.
Wait,
Wait,
wait.
hold on.
Does he wear like boxers?
Yeah, that's what like.
I don't know I don't know the details. All I know is they said that one time she ain't never seen his naked ass.
Wait, he don't
Dog.
get up after he done having sex and walk away. She ain't never seen it then.
I guess not.
He walked backwards.
No,
He get up.
He moonwalk out the bed. That's why he don't like carpet. That's why he don't like no carpet in his bedroom.
He get up. He busting that boom. He get up. Doom.
Every time he go real estate shopping, is the bedroom hardwood.
That's wild.
Nah,
Yeah,
for me,
bro.
if she don't want to fart, that's on her.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
you don't have to hold it because of me.
Right.
Let it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
gotta
you
let
gonna have to pull. Now I'm gonna have to pull this article to whoever's next. Hey man, listen, stop. You gotta let this out. Like
But
you
how
gonna hurt
long
yourself.
did she hold it in for?
I forgot it. I
Because
didn't have
was
it
she
pulled up.
around him for 24 hours?
Right.
You didn't step away for
Like,
5
let
minutes
that
and
shit
just
out.
Go to the bathroom, turn the water on.
Right.
Let him go.
I'll never forget. I won't say her name 'cause I'm sure she watched, but one time me and this girl, I'm like 21. She had to stay at my house. I'm asleep. I'm on my side, but she started moving. I'm a light sleeper, so I woke up, but I just stayed on my side, but my eyes was open. And I felt her. You know, you could feel somebody kind of trying to get out slowly.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she doing that? So she gets out of bed slowly, goes in the bathroom, shuts the door, and that bowl when the echo went.
that is the worst, though.
Such a quiet house.
And then she tried to turn on some water real quick. I heard her try to flick the water on. Heard a couple of bloop bloop bloop.
Oh, damn.
And then I heard the washing hands, and I felt it get back into bed. And so I'm laying on my side, and I wait till she get real comfortable. I said, with your shitty ass. She said, oh no!
That's hilarious.
Me and her laugh to this day about that
Oh
shit.
my
That shit
You gotta
is
tell
so
them the story the
funny.
opposite. In the old house, what I heard.
Oh, and then in the opposite story,
funniest shit
girl
to
spent
me.
the night. I had to fart so bad, but I was like, if I let this out around her, she is not going to like me anymore.
Yeah.
So it's morning time. I'm trying to make small talk. I'm fixing the bed. I'm like, get your ass out. I got to do stuff.
And I'm hearing all of this.
I'm moving
upstairs.
around. I'm laughing.
I'm just
laughing. Da, da, da. His room right up there. So
I think I remember this.
I'm laughing, and she gets to the door. She's like, all right, give a
Soon
little
as it
hug, little
closes.
kiss. That door closed and said, it's the cancer.
Because I just knew he was holding it. As soon as the door closed, he farted. I'm like, he was holding that fart.
I remember just being in the room and I felt the room. Like, what the fuck? I went wrong.
Oh man,
Oh my God.
that shit is funny.
One of my boys, he was on a first date with this girl, and then he had to fart so bad. So he was like, he was like, and they were in a car. They were in a car going somewhere. So he was like, shit, how am I about to, like, he's like, his stomach was hurting. He's like, how am I about to do this? So at the red light, he was like, you want to do something crazy? He parked the car and ran around the car and said, so he can fart outside the car.
That's hilarious.
Genius, dog.
And got back in the car. She's like, oh my God, you're so crazy.
That is fucking
And I bet you
hilarious.
that was relief to his stomach. Like, oh my God.
This a recent one. So me and my homegirl went to one of them paint and sip things. So she spent the night. In the morning, she got to go to work. It's like 6:30 in the morning. She about to go to the bathroom. Mike goes in the bathroom. So we just waiting. It's quiet. He peeing. I know this nigga about to fart. He peeing. Me and her to start screaming, laughing. It's the funniest shit. I just knew it was coming. I like, she cool.
Listen,
fuck it.
as an adult, I'm sorry, man. Fart's not gonna be fun. It's just gonna be funny to me, man. It's just,
People tripping and people farting is always funny.
It's just gonna be funny.
Falling and farting, funny.
And if you could combine the two, if you could trip.
I got real good at y'all ever like when you're in bed and you're trying to not have the fart be noisy, you just like opening your ass cheeks.
Yeah, you kind of got to lift a little bit.
Wishes out, whispers out.
But ain't nothing worse than a fart under the cover.
Oh, yeah.
That and a shower fart are the two worst farts you could have.
Shower fart, get caught in the mist and it just hit you.
I feel like this might be a little too personal, but I feel like as I gotten older, my booty hole's getting tighter because the farts just come out so wham, like it's just like really, like it's just really like struggling to get out of that thing. Yeah, it's like on some Luke. I was gonna say some Luke Skywalker shit. I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh no, you said Luke Skywalker because it's coming out like this.
Yes. Lightsaber booty.
That's funny. I think that's the title of this podcast.
Lightsaber
booty.
Oh my God.
So guys, guess what? It's that time for male birth control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. It looks like it's gonna start in Florida. I think next year or later this year. But they said the male birth control pill is coming out.
Well, that's funny. That's the penis of America.
It's coming out. So get ready. Like,
what does that mean?
It means you're gonna take it.
I mean, you're gonna be bloated.
And, yeah, you're gonna be bloated. You're gonna have your symptoms. It's gonna be a lot.
You have
going
an
on.
excuse to be, upset now.
I mean,
maybe Will was testing the birth control pill, made him go off.
Yeah, that's true. You're gonna get thicker.
It affects your hormones like that.
I mean, we don't. Who knows? I don't know. They did the test on rats. And now they gonna test it on humans. Cool. Yeah.
Are they sure they want to start in crazy ass Florida?
That's what. Listen.
I mean, if they say if it doesn't get any crazier, then it might work.
Now you can whisper to your girl like, "It's cool, baby. I'm on a pill."
I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, I'm low key glad it wasn't around when I was hoeing.
Like frequent fucking. Yeah.
Because I would have just been.
That's true.
Just raw. I would have caught some diseases. You know what I'm saying? Because you think condoms are keeping me from diseases and babies, right? Yeah. So it's like, I'm like, oh, we good on the babies? Fuck, I'm just, let's go.
I don't know, and that's the scare. I'm not taking it.
I think pregnancy gonna go up because there's gonna be people lying.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's true. But I'm not taking it because I don't know about a pill that's gonna.
Listen, if you motherfuckers, especially if you didn't take a vaccine,
yeah, you better not take that.
Decide to take a goddamn pill, experimental pill to stop your dick from.
Yeah, but I don't even know how. I wonder if you take it and then does it just stop the nut from coming out? Does it disinfect the nut?
What's the science?
Does it?
I need to know the science.
Mike know what I'm about to point out.
Yeah, does it?
You're ready.
Maybe a miniature black hole opens up and sucks all the semen out of you.
It sends a tiny little warrior sperm in there to fight off yours.
And it's found 99% effective in mice. So, of course, it'll work on humans. That's what's going on. What it say?
Samurai jack off.
We wanted to...
It took me a while to come out. He was saying the whole warrior thing out there.
Okay.
We wanted to develop a non-hormonal male contraceptive to avoid these side effects. When mice were given orally for 4 weeks, research said the test found to be 99% effective in preventing pregnancy in female mice with no observable side effects detected. Male mice were also able to reproduce within 4 to 6 weeks after they stopped receiving the compound. So if you want to, fellas, if you want to get your girl pregnant, you're like, all right, I'm gonna get off the pill, baby. Like, give me about 4 to 6 weeks. I'll be back. That's just a little scary for me.
It is scary.
Little scary.
Good luck to you new fellas out there.
you new dudes out
you
there.
new dudes out there.
Like from
Me, listen, I love the sensation of vagina.
Yeah.
So for me, growing up from the 90s to now, listen, we're about risk.
Yeah, Bareback Mountain.
So there was a couple times the condom was off.
Yes. I mean, and there were times where you'd be like, she too pretty to have a disease.
She too pretty. She too fine.
One of the
She don't got
stupidest
nothing.
things to say, but it's
I know.
dumbest thing
when,
to
like
say.
when your dick goes in raw vagina, things happen up here. Like you stop thinking about just normal stuff. You admit, like, you get in there. Y'all could have argued. You like, I do not like this girl. You get in there and you be like, I could build a family, bro. Like we could really build a family, girl. How much is a kid really?
But then you also got to take
real
into
quick.
account the post-nut clarity.
Oh,
Yes.
and that's when
because
it gets
that's real. As soon as
talking
it
about
happens,
you are scared.
you like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. She got AIDS.
Yes.
Oh, she got, oh Lord.
she's immediately pregnant.
Yo,
she's
she pregnant.
She's
She got AIDS. I got AIDS.
Now they
I'm
gonna
going
start
to
telling
hell.
dudes
My
take
mom gonna
Plan
kill
B
me.
pills.
Yeah, so
right?
do take Plan B.
You as soon as that
They gonna have
post-nut
some
clarity
type
will have you like, oh fuck. Shit.
Shit. Oh,
I need call the hospital.
Any itch?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh.
god, yo.
The dumbest shit I used to do back in the day is like, after you nut, after some raw shit, and then I'd be like, so I used to just to find, because you know, if you ask her if she got a disease, she's gonna be insulted, right?
Yeah.
Like, or you think she's gonna be insulted. So I would always be like, and just so you know, I'm clean. So, you know, and just wait for her to be like, oh yeah, me too. Ha, ha, ha. But like that was how I'd be like,
Now,
all right, let me try and find out.
you
Now
scared
do
to
that
say,
do that one more time, man.
Like, hey, just so you know, I'm clean. So,
Oh
shit, all right.
can you imagine?
You gonna run to the
There
clinic.
was a time where they came out with condoms. I remember them. This was like a couple years ago, where it said it'll change color if the person
Oh,
has
yeah.
an STD. But I was like, so
whoa.
you got to put it on and put it inside
Yeah,
her
to figure it
first, just
out.
to see, and then pull out on that first one. All right, we good.
Hold
you
on, I'm
imagine-
taking a test run. Do. Fuck.
Can you imagine seeing purple on it, and then you like even you would have to grab napkins. I don't even want to touch it. Like you're gonna be so. It's like seeing if we had the ability to see germs.
Yeah.
You imagine
Yeah,
it's like everything would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
But I remember reading about that. That was more of a it was like a demo. It never actually happened. It was like a girl in a college that was trying to see if that would be something that was possible. I don't think it ever was as a real thing. Yeah.
I've been in something raw, and the girl has literally asked me, she like, you sure we need to be doing this? And I looked at her
Like he gonna say no.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm fucking stupid now. I don't.
honestly, that's harassment for a girl to ask you that. How could she ask you that?
At a
Should we
time
be
like
doing
this,
this? Like,
at a time like this, do you know what this feels like?
you don't know my mental. You don't know how I feel.
I just put my roll in this oven and it's warming up. All right, it's getting buttery.
It's crazy, man.
It's wild.
Let me ask you something. How many more kids do you want? Do you want?
She wants a whole squad.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah. So
like, what's a squad? 5?
She wants like 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah, because you know she grew up with a big family, a lot of little cousins and shit running around.
Right,
I'm
right.
an only child. I'm cool with just Veda. She just wants to keep it just a little Veda, right?
Right.
But you know, she also feels like she don't have any like friends or family out here. All her family's in Canada. She's like, I want to just build my own little squad out here. So she wants like 3 more.
Okay.
So.
And after that, would you ever get a lot of guys asked about the vasectomy thing?
Get
Would
the
you
vasectomy?
Would you do anything like that?
I don't know, cause like my pullout game is still pretty
It's solid.
solid.
I feel like I got
It's
a pretty
solid,
strong
yeah.
pull-out game too, man.
You know how you can test it? If you go to the gas pump and if you get it right, if you get it right on the jot, you're like, oh, I'm solid. My reflexes, they good. Oh,
Yeah.
I had a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Where is it? There it is. Did you guys lose your virginity raw?
Nah.
No.
Yes, actually,
You did.
and it turned into a whole thing.
It did?
Because, all right, well, without making a long story too long, go ahead.
Before I get there though, because
Yeah.
I want you to say that story.
Oh, yeah.
But for guys who are out here raw dogging, you might just need some better help, man. Who is our sponsor
Get it.
today, man? BetterHelp is exactly what you need. All right, BetterHelp is not a self-help. All right, It's to get your mind right. Therapy. That's why we use it, man. You know what I'm saying? These counselors know what they talking about. They know what they doing. All right. They all across the world. You don't have to go into a cold office. Your feet be cold on the floor. You be like, hey, this don't feel good. You can be in your plush comfort home and just be like, you know what, doc? I got problems. And they'll be like, you know what? I'm here to solve them. So you need to make sure you tap in with BetterHelp. All right. We use it. All right. It's online therapy for you. Okay. Listen, relationships take a lot of work, and a lot of us will drop anything to go help someone we care about. And BetterHelp, they'll drop everything to do what they got to do for you. So guess what? It's much more affordable than in person, you know, because listen, sometimes shit be expensive out here. You know, gas prices, you don't want to drive back and forth through that. You ain't got time for all that. So this is what you need to do. All right. Go to www.betterhelp.com/comedytraphouse. All right. Sorry, /traphouse, and get 10% off their first month by using code Traphouse. That's using code Traphouse. That's better BETTERHELP.com/traphouse. Trap House. Get you some help and go ahead and tap in with BetterHelp, and then let us know how you feel. Maybe you'll stop raw dogging after that. All right, so go ahead and get that.
Shout out to their newest client too, Chris Rock, who's apparently going to be talking to them for a while.
Gonna be figuring some things out. All right, guys. Guess what, man? It's time to get them balls clean, man. Get them balls shaven, man. It's Manscaped time, man. And they got the new 4.0 for you to get your shave on. Mendez, you be shaving? I do. That didn't sound believable. I don't know if you be shaving, but guess what? It's summertime. It's about to be hot, and you need to get them balls right, because ain't nothing worse than that thing sticking to that leg with that hair on it. The hair get tangled up. Then you out here looking like a wildebeest, and you like, I don't want to deal with none of that. So guess what, man? You need to use code DT and save 20% off plus free shipping with Manscaped. All right, Manscaped.com/DT. You need that, because listen, man, I've been shaving for a long time. I want to show. All right, I ain't gonna show y'all right now. That's getting a little wild. I ain't gonna show y'all, but also they got shampoo, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Now, I don't know if you necessarily need to put this on your balls, but you can put this on your head balls. That's the top of your head balls. All right, so make sure you use that. And they got body spray. They got deodorant for y'all funky ass people out there who don't want to use no deodorant in the summertime. So you can get the deodorant right, and then you can deodorize your balls, because they got ball deodorant too. So get the 4.0, get the whole package, and dive in with Manscaped. That's code DT. Save 20% off and free shipping. All right, so tap in with Dormtainment, DT, Manscaped. Get your balls right, man. Stop playing out here. Stop. But yes, your story.
Oh yeah. All right. Without getting into the full story, it was a girl. We weren't dating anymore. We were kicking it as friends.
Gotcha.
And when we were dating, I made the virgin mistake of, like, I went down on her for way too long because I didn't know when to make the transition of like, can I put it in? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And she had to go. Anyways, we're finally kicking it again. I'm like, oh my God. Like, we were just supposed to be kicking it as friends. So I'm like, but I had her here. I was giving her a massage. She was getting ready. She was feeling it. I was going down on her for a little bit. And then I was like, all right, I'm not about to squander this opportunity. So I just go in, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, like 3 pumps in, I'm about to bust
out of there.
I'm like, God. But I'm on the pull. I'm like, but you know, when you're there, it's so much going through your mind.
Yeah,
you're like,
time don't exist.
Yeah, do I pull out? If I pull out, where do I on her stomach? Do I do it on her face, like on the porn? Mm-hmm. Do I do it in my hand? Do I do it in my sheets? Whatever, right? So I'm pulling out. But I feel like, and afterwards I was like, I feel like on the pull out, I might have let out my first. She was like, oh, no. And then so she's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I guess morning after pill. And so I called the Rite Aid around me. I'm like, do y'all have the morning after pill? They were like, yeah. They were like, oh, you got to come to this one. I'm like, ah, shit. And I had to work that day at Foot Locker. So I called I'm going to get to the crazy shit. So I called my boss at Foot Locker. I'm like, hey, man, look, my homegirl, she broke her arm. I got to take her to the hospital. I'm going to be late today, right? And this girl, I had taken to homecoming. That's something you got to know for this girl.
Gotcha.
So he's like, all right, cool, handle that, whatever. So we go get the morning after pill, whatever. I get to work. I'm like an hour and a half late. He's like, everything good with your friend? My boss, Rob, he's like, everything good? I'm like, yeah, she's fine. He's like, okay, cool. You weren't like over there just getting it in with the prom queen, right? That's why you're late. And I was like, huh?
Oh, shit.
Because like, I was like, oh, because I had taken her to my homecoming. I was like, what the, that's some crazy shit to say.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
But yeah.
He felt it.
Yeah.
Before we move on, this has been on my mind since you said it. As a foodie, I know you're a foodie. I want to make sure I'm not ignorant. You said food don't slap, it smacks.
Oh, yeah.
Explain that.
Well, okay. So, of course, slang terms, they go everywhere. They evolve.
Yeah.
Shit becomes different things. I mean, I know a lot of people say slap for food, and that's acceptable. But the person who invented the term slap, which was E40, slap pertains to music in your car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
beats
That's
because
just
because like the bass and it slaps.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So he will tell you that food does not make sense for food to slap.
I get
it. So smack is the preferred.
And people have got on us about it.
So tell me the difference between a smack and a slap.
The M.
That's good. He's good.
And the AP and the CK.
Like, 'cause, if I slap you, smack you. It's same feeling.
Gotcha.
But I get it.
No, because smack when you food smack is like smack
your little
that was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just was never in my lingo. It just always slap.
Yeah, it's always slap.
Yeah, anything that's good, it just slap. But I mean, it's like
That's
saying
funny.
cool or whatever.
It's like, who cares, man? Do what you do.
It's just whatever.
Live your life.
That's gonna be more Bay Area people gonna be upset about that than anything.
Gotcha. Gaynine. What's that?
Do you have
Is that a dog?
Gaynine. Yeah, Gaynine.
Did you hear about this? There's apparently this owner returned a dog because he thought it was gay.
I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
I heard about
How
that.
did he come to this conclusion?
Like,
he was humping other male dogs, or
I
she was
believe
humping
it was
other women?
humping another male dog, and he said, "This is."
he said it's unacceptable.
And he said he was like, "I thought I was getting a K9, not a gay 9." That's what he said.
No way. Is this in the Bible Belt? Is this in the South?
I forgot where it was.
Meet Fesco.
I can't see shit.
Okay.
Go back up to the dog.
Yeah, it's North Carolina.
I knew it. That dog do look kind of good.
North Carolina dog whose owners dumped him for being gay. The pup made headlines earlier in the week when the staff at Stanley County Animal Protective Services in North Carolina shared the story of his surrender. The dog, who veterinarians estimates about 5 years old, was brought into the facility by his former family after they saw him try to mount and hump another male dog. They made the assumption that the behavior is a result of the dog being gay. They didn't want a gay dog, so they gave it up. They gave up Fesco to the shelter. That's fucked up.
Ridiculous.
They sent that man to the shelter. They said, "Oh nah."
First of all,
I think that's kind of cool to have a gay dog. That's a good conversation
that's a good
starter at the dog part.
He was like, he was too excited eating them wieners out.
I mean, that's a pretty good gay name though, Fesco. Come on, Fesco. Call me Fesco.
That's like that's interesting, man. That he just said the dog was gay.
Dog
Did they have more on
Dogs
what he
hump
said?
everything. They
Scroll
literally
down,
hump.
Mike, on what he said, because I think he said the gay 9
Nah,
or one of them. Oh, no.
Yeah, dogs literally hump everything.
Yeah.
Chairs, leg. It don't.
And especially if another dog is neutered, you can't see the balls. Who knows if that's a
Right.
girl or a
He
guy?
gonna look at that butthole.
Dogs hump
Yeah.
other dogs not because they're gay, but for multitude of reasons.
Yeah, it's
like-
just play. It's just, but that's a lot of things. But
Damn,
mean,
Fesco.
gay means happy.
Maybe-
Dogs are happy.
Maybe he was prancing around too happily. He was prancing around and humping. He's like, okay, nah, that's enough.
Maybe
It's
dude
too much.
was asleep naked and dog came and licked his balls.
He said, oh nah.
And he was like, I don't like the way this makes me feel.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was like a bougie gay and the owner got tired of it. He just walking around like, what's his name again? Fresco, come here. He's like, and just giving him
Get your
attitude.
gay ass over here.
Get your gay ass over here. Yeah. He said, woof.
He didn't bark. He just said woof.
Say, bitch bark.
Bitch bark.
Bitch bark.
Bitch bark. I had to talk about this. I seen it real quick. So I seen something about reusable toilet paper,
Okay, this
and I
sounds wild.
said, "That's disgusting."
Mm-hmm.
It's like cloth, and you wipe and you wash it,
Yeah, I saw
and
that
you
too.
like you throw it in a hamper with shit on it. Like, and pee?
I mean, you gotta be.
Ooh, like, I don't.
You gotta be a savage.
You gotta be a savage.
Like, think who this could benefit though. Homeless people. This could be something very useful.
Where they gonna wash it at?
Yeah, well,
I mean, they could. I ain't got all the answers, guys. I'm hearing about this, but I'm just thinking about who's the target market for this, and I would think a homeless person would be first.
somebody disgusting is the target market because that
I'd
is.
be damned to live in an apartment building with somebody using
You
it.
reuse
especially if it's that shared washing machine situation.
Oh no!
Fuck outta here.
But what's the difference?
No.
Someone has skid marks in their drawers and using.
It's
the same
still wash.
machine,
It's-
you know.
It's way better than a bunch of toilet shit paper.
But you don't know how bad they wipe. It could be bad skid marks.
It's still. I don't like that period. But I'm just saying. On top of you got reusable shitty paper. And my question is, what do you do with the hamper?
That's what.
Isn't
like,
a hamper always
hamper
gonna
just,
stink?
It just
You
stank
probably
ass.
fold. You probably fold your then
That's
way
still
down.
gonna
And then you know
stink.
some shits are like dirtier than others, so you gotta wipe continuously. So how many of these rags do they have? I
Yeah.
mean, toilet paper.
I don't know. I just as soon as I say reusable toilet paper, it just don't sound good. I go to a girl house and she like, yeah, I got reusable toilet paper. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we gonna.
Yeah, bro. Because if
you
you are using reusable toilet paper, you're not using wet wipes.
No,
Like,
you gotta use wet wipes.
Yeah, so I feel like at this point, just get in the bath, just take a shower,
take a
just
shower.
wash
Yeah,
the shit
you
off.
gotta
as soon
wash.
as you shit, go in the
Just
shower.
wash.
Yeah, because you.
But that's disgusting too. You just see shit chunks dropping down on your floor. You're getting on your feet. That's nasty.
Oh my god.
Now, be real. In Thailand, do y'all have a different way of washing boots? Because some cultures, some different countries have different ways.
There are, as Thailand becomes like you can go to the not as like financially
right.
nice parts of Thailand. And they'll like a lot of Southeast Asian countries like India, you'll run into the shit with just the hole.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Have y'all come across that before?
I think I've seen it on video.
It'll be
Yeah,
just
I've seen
a
it.
hole, and then you like squat, and then but there'll still be toilet paper there.
Yeah.
And then you use the toilet paper, and then they'll have like a bucket of water, and then you like flush it down like that.
Okay.
I used
With,
that
like-
for the first time in Senegal when I went recently. I went to we was
You
at
use
the
that?
Which place
No, I
was
mean
it?
I had to pee. I didn't have to shit.
Okay.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
but we was getting on a boat to go to another island. I was like,
Oh,
"Where's
yeah,
the bathroom?" He sent me in there. I'm looking. I go in there. I'm like, "It's an empty room." Then I saw the hole.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, bro. So when I was like 4, going to Thailand at my grandma's house, it was definitely a hole. And then as they got older and auntie started making some real estate money, they got real toilets now. So that was great visiting back with the real toilets. I was like, oh,
He was
amazing.
like, okay, we back now.
Yeah.
That's a crazy come up saying, man, we came from holes.
Yeah.
Shit in holes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We did it.
But
We all
in
came
some
from
Muslim
holes.
countries, I know they don't even use toilet paper, but they'll have like the whole teapot. Like they'll wash their ass essentially every
Oh,
time.
Yeah,
no, we
yeah.
got that shit too.
Okay.
Yeah, in Thai it's called, but normally it's not like you go straight to the bowl of water with your asshole. You
Right.
wipe with the toilet paper, and then you use
And
the
then okay.
a bowl of water to kind of like a little extra rinse. You know what I'm saying?
Get the crumbs
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Get the crumbs out.
I can't wait to go to Thailand.
But I think that's still
Yeah, I do,
cleaner
yeah.
than most this country. Because
Yeah,
most people in
probably.
this country just wipe with dry ass tissue.
And for the man, I was
smearing that
just
shit
thinking
all
that.
over their
If I don't
ass.
have wet wipes, I'm taking that tissue.
Yeah,
put it in
you
the
gotta
sink,
you
wet
gotta
gotta
wet
dab
it
it a little
something,
bit.
but
Something wet
I can't
gotta-
live without wet wipes.
Bro, because I was
That's-
just thinking that, like, okay, now you go to everybody's house, everybody has wet wipes, right?
Yeah.
But there was a good amount of time of our
Oh,
lives.
yeah.
But that was not a usual thing. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
They wasn't wet wiping it. They was not wet wiping it.
But y'all would love Thailand.
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait.
I
I
can't
can't
wait.
wait.
It's
Gotta
and
go.
plus, and they it's not like one of these countries where y'all would go and people look at you crazy because you're black. Like they love tourists in Thailand.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
not gonna give you no hard time. Thailand is actually probably one of the friendliest Asian countries to travel to.
That's what I heard.
Because they love tourists. They fucking the nickname is the land of smiles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
saying?
I'm be
Everyone's-
smiling the whole time.
I definitely went. And your dollar goes a long way there. Too.
Yeah, $1
Look
here is
like a
like
king.
50 out there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I see you put Matt Ryan up here. This just is funny. We got to say this real
I
quick.
wasn't
It's
gonna
funny.
talk about it, but they told me to put it back up. So basically, he got traded to the Colts.
The
right?
Colts, yeah.
And Atlanta being Atlanta, they had going away parties for him. So
Oh, wow.
they had him on the flyer because they was happy that he was
That's
leaving.
wow.
So they threw whole parties like Matt Ryan going away on club flyers.
Disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
He was pretty good for
You
them,
look on
man.
the flyer, you be like, damn, like I at least got y'all to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, I mean, I got my ass whooped in the fourth quarter, but I got y'all to the Super Bowl.
We got Matt Ryan Mondays.
They were Matt Ryan Mondays.
The flyer was kind of fire too.
Damn, man.
That's what.
He's
that's
like,
not
they
the main one. I ain't the one I saw, but that's
hilarious.
Wow.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's disrespectful, man. That man was trying to
And
do
it's
some
at a
good.
strip club.
And
It's
it's
at
at a
Blue
strip club.
Flame. It's at Blue
Tuesday.
Flame.
Damn, man.
And guarantee that girl doesn't even work there.
No, she definitely don't work there. No.
Hopefully, Sweet Meat don't work.
Hopefully,
there no
Sweet
more.
Meat don't work there. We've been to Blue Flame, and Sweet Meat, her meat was not sweet.
No.
It was it was not sweet. It was sour. So this bike airbag, Mike sent me this, and this shit is just funny, dog. It's bikes, but just you can just play it.
Oh, I've seen this.
This shit was so funny to me.
Nah, that's hilarious.
Just wear a helmet, man. If you gonna go all that route.
Like,
But I don't even understand how it knows to.
Yeah, is it connected
react.
to the bike?
Yeah,
I think any type of impact. Any
But you
sharp
don't want
impact.
any type of impact. I mean, what if you just pull up real quick? Is it going to...
imagine you
It'll
forgot
make
you
you
had
ride
it
better.
on. Imagine you forgot you had it on. You had doing some rough sex, or the girl forgot she had it on, and you hit her a couple times. You what the fuck?
No, at the beginning, like you throw her on the wall, boom. That would scare me. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
But I just thought that was funny. But let's talk about some Tim before we roll up out of here.
you want.
Yeah, let's talk about some Tim, man. What you got going on
Legend.
nowadays? What you working on,
Man,
brother?
so I've been blessed to be on another season of this MTV show called Deliciousness.
Yep, yeah. Wonderful.
What you work on?
Hey, yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's watching it, but we got a third season. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I'm on there with some TV legends,
Yeah,
Tiffany
yeah.
Thiessen, aka Kelly Kapowski, Angela from The Office, Kel Mitchell, and I'm on there like, oh man, this is I'm up here with the legends. You know what I'm saying? And first day on set, I was looking at Kelly Kapowski like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you stare at some of these people sometimes? Because
Bro.
it's like, you grew up watching them.
I mean,
like,
I was definitely staring at Tiffany Thiessen.
Yeah,
That first day, I was like, "Oh man, she still looks amazing." And then when she afterwards, she was like, "Hey man, you're funny. I'm a fan." Now I was like, "Oh my god, thank you, thank you, Kelly.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Kelly.
But that's a blessing. We just wrapped shooting the third season. Should be coming out
Nice.
soon.
Congratulations,
Watch that on
bro.
MTV.
sir.
You know, they'll take a little break from ridiculousness and show y'all deliciousness. So
That's funny.
you know what? So this year will be the 10-year anniversary since my last album, my official album that I dropped back in 2012. And I've dropped like random singles here and there, but this is but this will be the 10-year anniversary of that. So I am trying to get another album out this year.
Oh, fantastic.
So I'm like rapping again for the like actually trying to get together a project for the first time in a minute.
Gotcha.
Because I've always had like the pocket of my fan base who's been like, man, what's up with some new music? They always bugging me for it, you know. So trying to
one
get
of
in
the
the
most
studio.
talented brothers, especially coming from comedy to music. Like it's not a lot of
thanks.
us
And
in
you know,
this game. And, you know, that's
Right.
that
if you
killing
need,
music, man.
If you need Dormtainment on there, you know, we one call away. You know, we come drop some bars.
Well,
Come on,
look,
please.
if I can fill up some shit with some features and be able to write less to get it done,
He like, whatever I gotta do to get it done. I was gonna say, you go down in the Dormtainment Hall of Fame because of your restaurant that you let us use,
Oh,
at
yeah.
your parents' restaurant.
Yes.
That skit is one of probably my top 10 of favorite skits. Sorry, we're closed, and we used your space. So a lot of people don't know that was Tim's space. He opened arms. We were new in California. He was like, "Hey man, yeah, y'all come use the space, like
Yeah, man.
whatever."
Wonderful.
Like, and it was a good skit. It was good and some
Good
good food,
times
and some
with
good
Tim.
food in there.
all the time.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah.
Like,
and
we've
look at
always
us,
been good
still
at-
friends.
Still friends,
standing.
and the good Tim's actually a
strong.
really good dude because he always hits us up to do things. Like some people hit you up, here and there. He hits us up like, "Hey, I got this opportunity. Like, hey, I need y'all to come on the show. Hey, and I'm like, you know what? It's a good guy, man. He be looking out for people.
Hey man,
And
you
you
know,
came and say his last name.
What is wrong with you,
oh
bro?
no, don't trip, you gonna get the slap and the smack.
As soon as the camera
Just
go
like I
off,
smacked him in the restaurant.
Nah, man, you know, I've always effed with you guys, man. It's like, you know, look, people will tell you, I don't do a lot of like new friends. You feel me? Because I'd be like, for what? I ain't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I've always effed with you guys through the years, and I thought y'all were funny, and I thought you guys were cool, and it was never no like Hollywood bullshit. Well, y'all aren't from here, so obviously, but it was never no bullshit. And yeah, man, I used to rock with y'all. So it's like whatever. Beautiful, it's like whatever. You know, if you guys got something to do, let's do it.
Let's
you know?
do it. I was gonna ask you. We talked a little bit about it at Wes's thing, but we were talking about like that transition of YouTube, how YouTube isn't the YouTube anymore. Like, how are you handling that now? What are you doing just on YouTube now to kind of, because it's not skit based. I feel like no more like it used.
And you've had some people, and he has so much success outside of YouTube. How much is it a priority for you?
Right. Okay. So like, it's a blessing that that YouTube has opened up so many other opportunities and that, you know, can still like pay the bills and like, so I wouldn't say YouTube is necessarily even a priority for me anymore. Right. Okay. And I feel like a lot of us, we've moved into podcasts because like, first of all, we're good at talking for long periods of time. And our fan bases, I feel, have really grown up with us where people, you know, that were in high school watching us, now they got jobs. They can't sit in front of a screen. They put us on in the background and listen to us and laugh, right? So, and it's a blessing that the podcast can actually make us some money too. I got two, you know what I'm saying? I got No Chaser with Nikki Blaze and Ricky Shucks, and I got my food podcast that I do with David So that we all just kind of end up talking about like our dicks and shit. It starts off like, yo, this is a fire sandwich, and then it's like, yo, so what's it like having an uncircumcised penis, dog? I
love that.
But yeah, man, so YouTube, I say, isn't a priority anymore, but it's definitely, I don't think I'll ever stop putting shit on YouTube. You know, I feel like it's always
there.
Yeah, YouTube's always been good to me, and it's like, it's a way to make money. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I miss skits, even though no one's gonna watch it.
It was a fun time.
It was a fun.
My favorite content from you always was the vlogs.
Vlogs was good.
That's why I used to always.
The vlogs are still going, even though like, you know, people aren't watching like that. But like the vlogs are still going because, you know, even for me personally, I enjoy editing the vlogs and I like being able to be like, yo, what was my 2018 like, and I can go back and look at these like highlights of my life. You know,
yeah, you can really
Or it's been even times where we were filling out Chia's immigration papers, right?
Yeah.
Where she was like, "When were we in like on that island? Because I need to find the email." And I'm like, "Let me look up the vlog. Me and wifey on the island." And I'm like, "Oh, this was this month and this year." And then she's like, "Oh, okay, I found the email." Like shit like that. I have a whole, you know.
It's kind of like a new wave of what do people keep in the house with all the pictures and stuff?
Photo album.
It's like a video album. Vlogs. That's kind of a cool way to
But it's really cool with yours because, you know, it's the years. This ain't just like 1 or 2 years. This is you can go back from the beginning and see where he at to where he is now. So the people that grew up with you, it's cool. They can watch you and your family now.
It's like, crazy.
It's crazy.
And I think it's about where you at as just as an adult, because even us, like we like doing vlogs, but like he did a vlog for travel when we went to Senegal, and then I want to do like a lifestyle type of show because that's stuff that's where we at in our lives. You know what I'm saying? We ain't running around, jumping around, doing stunts. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's about the age thing too, because you get tired. You be like, I'm not doing this kid shit, man. I can't.
Well, I'm doing kid shit in a different way.
In a different way. That's what I'm saying.
It's wild to your point where you can watch the old vlogs and see me living at home, going to college. You know what I'm saying, with my ex. And then fast forward vlogs 10 years later, and you know, you see me like I'm on TV. I got the house. I got a baby. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's what I love about the vlogs too. They're real personal for me. You know.
You know how crazy it would have been if we had the IGs and all the tools they got now when we first started on YouTube.
It would have been crazy.
We definitely all have like 20 million on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
For sure, because you officially got on YouTube with 2006.
Well, 2006. I had an original account called Funky Fresh in 2005.
Gotcha.
Funky Fresh.
That shit sound funny.
I was uploading freestyles and shit. And then my dumb ass, my password was Funky. And I had like 500 subscribers probably. Someone just gets my password and deleted all my videos.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They said, "What's the password?" Funky.
And they looked at the invisible camera. Really? Funky? Ours is 2009, so 3 years after.
We are OGs. I know people hit you up like, I've been watching you since I was in middle school and I'm 30 years old now. You're like, oh shit.
Bro, I had the most, because you know we have fans coming up to us saying that shit all the time, but I was on set with a girl who, at first, there's this pretty girl on set getting her makeup done next to me, and she was like, "Hey," and at first she was like, "Is this girl about to flirt with me?" and then she was like, "Oh my god, I used to love watching videos, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Okay, dope, cool." But like afterwards, like when we're like exchanging Instagrams and shit, she's like, "Wow, my childhood." I'm like, "Man, you ain't got to put it like that." Like, that's the first time I had a peer talking about. I'm like, shit.
Like, damn, you like my childhood. I ain't that old. And I forgot.
I'm still relevant.
I forgot this fun fact because I got to see your house. You invited me over. We shared a beer. It was some real. We said we both looked at each other. We was like, this some man ass shit. We got a beer in the kitchen. The baby over here.
That's beautiful.
But I found out that your wife may be somewhere cousins down the line with Emmanuel, because isn't she?
She's Eritrean.
She's half Eritrean.
Yeah,
I'm half Ethiopian.
Yeah,
so.
Word.
So I just found, I didn't even know that. So I was like, the in-laws were there, so immediately started talking about food.
Yeah,
that's the first thing.
So you eat injera and all that stuff?
Yes, but I even fuck with the kitfo.
Okay, for real.
Yes, bro.
I haven't ate it in a while, but I fuck with kitfo. Yeah,
except
I like it when it's a little cooked.
What's that?
It's the raw meat, essentially. It's like tartar.
Yeah, so it's ground raw beef and they eat it with injera. But it was crazy. So I've had it in small doses. And it was one time it was like a family gathering, and none of the young cousins and stuff were fucking with it. So the aunties saw that I wanted some, and she scooped so much onto my plate, bro. And I'm like, I'm not about to eat all this shit. But I felt bad because it's like they make it on like special occasions, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like a specialty. And I had so much, and I'm like, but I had to just kind of like bury it under some napkins. I can't eat all
it. I'm the same way, but I recognize it tastes good.
Yeah.
Every time I've had like bites of it and stuff, I like it, but it's still too American.
Everything but that. I never had that.
Oh, it's delicious. They spice it up nicely and everything.
Ethiopian food.
You don't fuck. You gotta fuck with the raw beef, dog.
I don't even eat beef no more. I'm pescatarian, so I can't now.
Damn.
But when I was the leg of tibs and all that, man.
Lord, tibs,
dry or wet, give it to me.
Yeah.
Fire.
So we can make a stop in Thailand and then go
to Ethiopia. Let's do it.
We go from there.
No,
I'm trying to get my stepmom like, hey, it's about time you go back and visit your family in Ethiopia, man. Let's get it together, man. It's time to go back.
That's hilarious. He's telling his stepmom this.
Go. It's time to
you
visit
should
your family,
visit
so I
your
can
family
come.
so I can go with you.
Let me tell you guys this: when you guys do go to Thailand, you make sure and try the food from the street carts and shit. All right,
yeah.
like,
is that the best food?
It's fire.
Okay.
You might get diarrhea.
Okay.
I mean,
You might
happened
get
in
diarrhea.
Africa.
I get
It happened
diarrhea
in
here.
Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
But it's fire. It's worth it.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Me and she had definitely, we had a little chicken from the side and like from little carts. I was fine, but
Okay.
I think she just wasn't used to whatever how it was hitting her stomach.
Hilarious.
And quick story: we were at the hotel. Got dressed all nice, about to go to this lounge downstairs. She was in this like green little like summer dress, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as we got down to the bottom floor, she was like, I'm about to shit myself. And she went all the way back up. She's like, yo, I barely made it.
Wow.
You gotta get it out.
That happened to us in Africa.
It was bad.
I think if you just haven't been out the country a lot or something, your stomach really has to get used to the
Yeah, even me going to I was in Mexico and like deep in Mexico. I was in like Michoacan, right?
Okay.
And I was out there where
That's
word. Oh shit. Yeah, well I was in Michoacan, dog. And I was in Morelia to be exact. And
About an hour from where I'm. Yeah.
oh shit. So they just do their cheese differently. You know what I'm saying? and it was bomb, but it was your boy was shitting so much to the point where it was my ex's family at the time. They was like, I would leave and they'd be like, is he okay?
Oh yeah, when you just gotta keep going, you start to wonder
getting
like
mad at yourself.
You like I
come
keep
on,
going to the
man.
bathroom,
This shit
man.
raw now.
I'm trying
Like,
to
hurts.
enjoy myself. That's funny. Yeah, we were talking about taking a trip down there with Mike. Yeah,
I think they'd like it.
I think you would too. So they got this shit y'all gotta try. It sounds crazy. It's cheese on fruit.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So they're called
I want to hear you say it.
gazpachos.
Gazpacho?
Yeah, something like that, right? And it's like
That sound like I thought that was like some type of mobster or something.
the gazpacho.
Gestapo. Okay.
And how you say it?
Yeah, gazpacho.
Gazpacho. Yeah, okay. So and it's kind of like the shit you get from the Mexican fruit cart out here, but like but they put like this cheese on top, and I can't find anywhere out here that actually does it like they do it out there.
Huh.
Gotcha.
There is no place out here that does it like that. Nah.
That's crazy.
Because people will recommend it to me, and there will be spots called like, oh, blah blah blah, Morelia, blah blah blah. But they
La Michoacán.
Yes, La Michoacán, but they still don't do it.
What makes it special? It's the cheese that makes it special.
High key, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And what type of cheese?
Like,
shit, man.
it's Mexican
Like,
cheese.
crumbled cheese or is it melted cheese on there? Like, it sounds crazy, but I definitely try it.
Gotta try it. You gotta try shit.
I mean, if you've had a charcuterie board, you know, the
fruit and some cheese.
Fruit cheese.
Oh, charcuterie board?
Yeah, that short coochie board.
Well, look, hey man, thank you for coming on.
Thank
today,
you, brother.
bro.
It's always a pleasure.
Hey, guys.
It's been amazing. Of course, for those who don't know you, tell them where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, so I stay off of you can just find me youtube.com/Timothy for some hilarious podcasts, and also I do a food show with David So called When Foodie Calls. Hilarious.
Every time David come on here, he's a wild boy. He's just a wild boy.
Hey, man, fuck David. We're not talking about.
We're not talking about. We're talking about Tim.
We're talking about the main Asian at the Comedy Trap House. Or you can find me on Instagram, my whole government name, Tim Chantarangsu, and those are the important ones.
Yeah.
Goddamn peacocks in David So neighborhood.
Yo, this peacock screamed at me in his neighborhood, and I was like, we got to get out of here. The peacocks are attacking. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all of those things. Make sure you check us out next week, and also make sure you get ready for a new bracket coming to you this week. Who we got this week?
Oh, we doing Beyonce.
Oh, we doing Beyonce this week. So I know y'all gonna get ready. All my single ladies, get ready.
I'm gonna let you finish.
We coming.
Will Smith had the best award show moment of all time.
I think he might have it. I think he's up there now. He's up there now. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Comedy Trap House. We'll see you next week. Peace.